What is up, guys? My name is Cartoonz and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the specs and the stat priorities for mages or frost mages, however, in 5.3. This kind of works for all specs anyways, because most of the specs kind of rely on the same thing, you know, killing people in deep freezes. But overall, I'm going to explain everything for frost and what I chose and what this means, you know, why I chose this, what else you could do if you don't want to play it, whatever. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and start. As you can see right now, I am actually running haste. I'm spec'd into haste. I reforged haste. I have haste gems. Everything is spec towards haste. I even have haste enchants on my gloves. I think, yeah, it's still mastery on my bracers. I don't think you can get haste on bracers. But anyways, the reason I'm spec'd haste is because I've been enjoying playing Living Bomb, and I play Living Bomb over Nether Tempest because Nether Tempest doesn't do as much damage as Living Bomb. As you can see, 111k as opposed to 94,000. And this matters because as you get more haste, your Living Bomb damage actually increases. The spell itself on a target doesn't go away faster. I mean, it does, you know, at a very small amount. But if you get over a certain point in haste, you actually get an extra tick. And what a tick is every time it does damage, as you can see if I put Living Bomb up, you know, if there is a tick, it is the amount of damage happening over time. You know, like, see, 37k, that was a tick. If I dot this target, as you can see, it does, you know, 51k over time. It just does damage over time. And every time it does that damage, that specific little portion of damage, that is called a tick. But anyways, I chose haste because when you generate more haste, you actually generate more damage. And I'm going to show you this as I pop Icy Veins. First, let's go ahead and look at my Living Bomb damage. Without any buffs, except for, you know, my self buffs, I guess, I have 111,000 damage. Okay, that's with nothing. If I hit Icy Veins, it's going to increase my haste, which is actually going to generate another tick in the spell as it's going. As the spell is active on a target, it's going to generate another tick of damage. So as you can see, Icy Veins, it was at 111,000. Now it is at 133,000 because it has another tick. And it actually does damage faster, it does it more frequently because of this, and overall it does actually help it out. So that is why I spec'd into haste, because the more haste I have, the more damage it actually does. And a lot of people don't know that, so it's good to be able to help that out. Haste is good for one of two reasons: obviously Living Bomb damage, but it also gets your polymorphs off faster, it helps get your Ring of Frost casting faster, Frost Bolts, whatever the cast, that happens faster. But also, what I want to point out is, you know, if you don't want to play Living Bomb, you want to play Frost Bomb, that's okay. Frost Bomb is really good. Living Bomb and Frost Bomb are both very high damaging spells, and if you were to choose Frost Bomb, I definitely recommend that you go Mastery. I bought 2 pieces of Tyrannical for haste. I bought the Treads of Alacrity, which actually gives you haste, and then I bought the Cord of Accuracy, which gives you haste as well. But I also have the Cruelty, Belt, and Boots, because this gives you more Mastery as opposed to haste. You know, as you can see here, this gives you haste and crit. These boots over here give you Mastery and crit, so you actually get more damage off of the Cruelty boots and belt as opposed to the Accuracy and Alacrity boots and belt. Because some gives Mastery, some gives Accuracy, whatever. I'm glad I could explain that. But a lot of people don't know that as well. They kind of just run with Cruelty. You know, if they're running haste, they'll just reforge, and that'll be it. It helps out a lot more if you use your Alacrity and your Accuracy. I think I generated like 2.5% haste. Don't quote me on that. That was a really rough number, but I'm pretty sure it's around there. It's like 2.5% haste with the boots and belt. But if you do run Mastery, that's fine. Because Mastery, when you use Frost Bomb with Mastery, it allows you to do more damage, because Frost Bomb is a very bursty spell. You're looking for a lot of damage in a very small amount of time as opposed to pressure in Arena. So when you use Frost Bomb, you kind of just, you know, have all this Mastery, and then you just burst into one target and do as much damage as you can, probably in like a deep freeze, or, you know, without a deep freeze or whatever. And that's why Mastery is good, because it allows you to burst in a ton of time. But I honestly like the idea of pressuring. I like the idea of keeping pressure up on targets more frequently as opposed to just having one target bursted down. I don't like that style of gameplay, really. I mean, ironically, I know it's kind of weird to hear me say that, because I'm kind of the guy that just kills everyone in like 1 second. But I like the idea of having 3 targets at, you know, 40% as opposed to 1 target at 10% and then living. In retrospect, you have to think about what you want to play. You need to define if you like Living Bomb, keeping dots up on targets, as well as getting a ton of Brain Freeze procs, or you like using Frost Bomb, which allows you to kill a target in, like, you know, 2 seconds if you get enough procs. But anyways, that does sum it up for me today, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you did learn something. You can always find my armory. I'll link it in the description for you, and this does generally tell you what exactly I'm reforging and everything, because my reforge and enchants are always perfect on my mage. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more daily Cartoonz videos. I'm doing a video every day right now, and always give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it when you do that. It helps me out a bunch, and I'll see you next time, guys. Cartoonz out.